Mic test 1 2. Waluigi,
Yeah.
speak
Hello. Yep. Not
louder.
This again. Not this again.
I mean, I see it going up.
Oh, okay. That is weird.
Yeah.
Testing. I mean, this is just good to set up. I like how we're just starting fresh within the stream. Don't mind my sexy voice, no matter the volume. How
Y'all can hear Waluigi, right? I hope y'all can hear him.
I hope y'all can hear me. Worst case, we can always just swap cords.
Yeah, because, the microphones are always underneath the table and whatnot.
Yeah, that is true. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Okay, so I do see it moving up and down and whatnot, so we should be okay. We should be okay. But anyway, what is going on, everyone? We're back, episode 108 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. Ooh. I'm your host, Silverback Senpai. Across the table from me is my co-host, Waluigi.
Good evening, folks. Long time no see. This is the second episode of a gaming topics, and these are pretty hot topics tonight. No copyrights intended.
Yeah, let us just hope so. That's not the case or whatnot. But
that would be funny.
But yeah, so we got some really interesting gaming topics to talk about tonight, and let's go ahead and just get into the meat and potatoes of this. And the first one is that Microsoft reveals its new marketing campaign. This is an Xbox. So what you guys are seeing on the screen, as I'm gonna let me see if I can just make this bigger if I can. So yeah, what y'all seeing on the screen right now is literally what Xbox is going to implement on doing, where you see the Xbox Series X as this is an Xbox. You see a laptop, this is an Xbox. You see a portable device, this is an Xbox that tugs along. This is a cat box, funny. Your TV, this is an Xbox that goes on a wall. Your phone, this is an Xbox that makes calls. This is a bento box, funny. This is an Xbox on the inside, a remote with a little flash drive. This is an Xbox that you wear, and then of course this is still an Xbox. So pretty much what I am getting from this is that Xbox is going to be just on a lot of devices.
It's 100% sounds like software.
Yeah. Where their platform as itself, like kind of like how Steam is, where their platform is just on a lot of devices. Like anything that has like internet connection, hey, we're going to make sure that our service that we're providing to gamers, and of course some entertainment value, we make sure that it's in your hands. We make sure that it's in your homes. Even if you don't have an Xbox console or a gaming laptop, you can still access like Xbox like games and features and things like that.
This sounds like a parody of like how people put Doom on everything.
Yeah, literally.
I hate to say that reference. For those that don't know, people used to make memes off of Doom because you can play it anywhere.
Yeah.
But Xbox is now taking that to a whole nother level. You
Yeah.
could probably play Doom Eternal on a Fire Stick for all we know. Probably not. That would be hilarious, though.
Microsoft has revealed its latest marketing campaign designed to highlight the numerous ways Xbox games can be played. The new slogan, "This is an Xbox," consists of humorous series of statements pointing out things that aren't an Xbox, such as bento boxes and bus stops, as well as devices that can play Xbox games. These include mobile phones, laptops, Amazon Fire Stick, TVs, and the ROG Ally handheld.
You don't hear about that often. Well, Steam has their own thing, but
Yeah.
like Ally, I've heard mixed reviews about it.
Yeah, same here. Like I see the specs of it, and it's really good compared to the Steam Deck. But one of the things that always stood out to me when I read the reviews of those ROG Allies is that the software, like, is the Steam software like very fluid and compatible with it? Because usually when you look at the Steam Deck, their software is actually it works with it because that's the original. So would that software work on another platform device?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So as the article continues to roll on, Visit Xbox invites people to play with Xbox across multiple devices and screens. Xbox Marketing Senior Director Craig McNary said on the official Xbox Wire blog. It showcases the evolution of Xbox as a platform that extends across devices with bold, iconic, fun visuals and a lighthearted tone. Launching today, the campaign will come to life in a variety of ways. This includes an immersive takeover taking place in a number of major cities, including San Francisco, Atlanta, Chicago, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, London, New York, and Berlin, where this is not an Xbox, has been labeled in unexpected places.
I was just watching the video for a second, and the commercial, or like this advertisement, is actually pretty neat.
So, I mean, all right, we're gonna watch a YouTube video.
Okay.
This for that. This for that.
It's like they showed it
This
TV,
for
the
that.
TV
Who's the black sheep? What's the black sheep? No, not who I
the interception.
am inside your
Inception.
sleep. Well, you heard the others. Only silver lovers. And of course, the choice is
You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you
Yeah.
can get with that. You can this or you can get with that. I feel we go with this for this is where it's at. Where it's at. Come on. This for that. This for that.
Yeah, it's not a bad commercial.
It's a very straightforward one.
Yeah, and it's straight to the point where pretty much Xbox is going to be on any device that you use for entertainment. And I would say that I kind of seen this coming,
I feel
because
we all-
if we remember back in 2013, where that E3 for the Xbox One, where they wanted Xbox to be in your homes, they wanted Xbox to be like on all your devices. I think this is it. I think this is what they were trying to implement from the get-go. Like, we need to get away to have like Xbox on all these devices that people use on their everyday life, so that way they can maximize their earning potential, get more of their software sales from all these different avenues that they can get versus on console. Because as you and I both know, the Xbox One was a failure, and that was due to how it was marketed and advertised. And then they had to go back and correct things. They had to lay off the person or remove the person that did that presentation. Shout out to you, Don Matrick.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, I remember. I will never forget that. And funny enough, I was on my deployment when that happened.
Yeah, the one didn't have a good start.
It really didn't. Like, oof, that you could definitely say that was the biggest oof for Xbox ever.
Yeah, it really was. Trying to think of like, there wasn't much advertisement. It's just like, hey, there's a new Xbox. Boom.
And this Xbox, their new console, is pretty much going to be your new home entertainment device.
Yeah.
That was the ultimate goal of Xbox, is just being the home entertainment device and pretty much being the Netflix of gaming.
That's
I
true.
think that is their ultimate goal, is just be the Netflix of gaming, because when you look at their marketing strategy and see how they're doing things, it's like you guys
They're
are
focused on live for sure.
yeah. Because they want to get away from just the traditional console market that they were in ever since the inception of the of the original Xbox, and then of course you had the Xbox 360, and I think that's when the Xbox 360 started to become that entertainment system. Because I've had an Xbox, I know you had an Xbox, and that was your entertainment system because of the fact that you could play games.
OG, 360, 1, and I just stopped there.
Yeah, and I remember with the Xbox 360, you had you can also upload your music to the console,
you can
save
burn
it.
CDs.
Yeah, like
So for those of us in younger generations, burning CDs is literally just copy and pasting with the laser engravements or lasering from a CD. As like usually it plays, you can play music from it. If you didn't have a CD player, you just put it on your system.
oh yeah,
Same thing with DVDs, Blu-rays, bootleg DVDs. That anything would work
oh yeah.
on a console. But now you have everything streaming, unfortunately. But for those who have older consoles or have CDs, try it out. See how it goes.
Yeah. And I remember that so well with the OG Xbox being like the first gaming system where you could have your music on there, you could burn CDs,
Yes.
and then you had the Xbox 360, which was a big game changer. That's when it felt like that next gen. You got that next gen feeling because you not only had the games, but you also had entertainment value as well. And then we started slowly seeing Netflix coming, Crunchyroll,
my God.
all these streaming services slowly coming in to our console services and
You have
whatnot.
YouTube, you have SoundCloud.
Oh yeah.
SoundCloud, I believe, was on the Xbox One, but when it came to 360, you could play music while playing games, and that was something that blew a lot of people's minds.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of us enjoyed that because with the PlayStation 3, it was you can do it with certain games. You couldn't do it every game. Certain games allowed you to.
That's where Xbox had that
Yeah, and then of course you also had the party chat as well.
Holy shit! I forgot about party chats.
Oh yeah,
The first to do it.
yeah. They were really good at it too because that's what it made Xbox so worth purchasing. Was the features that it had that enhanced your gaming experience.
For better or for worse, it definitely helped out.
Yeah.
Because you already know about the Xbox party chats.
Oh yeah.
And the random invite from the enemy team just so you get slurred on.
Priceless.
Can't be me. Yeah, it was me. I got slurred. Don't yell at me, Mom. But pretty much, I like how they're advertising. They're going straight forward to the software. They're like, hey, we may not be in the it's pulling a Sega, literally.
Yeah.
Low key, like a Sega.
Yeah, it's going the route where Sega is currently is, where it was like, hey, we're getting out of the console market, but we're going to offer our services, our games, our IPs on all these other platforms.
Except selected consoles like PlayStation, Nintendo, and such. They don't have limits, but that's okay.
Yeah. But in our next article also states, says something different. So I'm going to show you all that as well. Our next article is Xbox isn't ruling out any game for PlayStation 5 or Switch. Spencer reiterates, there are no red lines on which Xbox games could come to rival platforms. Let's go ahead and go for a read.
Ooh.
Microsoft's gaming CEO has reiterated that it won't rule out any first-party Xbox game potentially coming to rival platforms such as PlayStation and Nintendo in the future. Xbox first announced in February plans to bring a wave of games to PlayStation and Nintendo Switch in what appeared to be a significant change of strategy, starting with Pentiment, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, and Grounded.
Sea of Thieves is different.
Mm-hmm.
Snap.
Later, Xbox announced Doom: The Dark Ages for Xbox Series X and S, PC, and PlayStation 5, confirmed that a PS5 version of its Indiana Jones game will be released next year. Speaking in a new interview with Bloomberg, Phil Spencer reportedly said he was pleased with the result of the first wave of multi-platform releases and that Microsoft would bring more titles to other platforms. I do not see sort of red lines in our portfolio that say thou must not, he said, adding that it was too early to make a decision on the next version of Halo. Spencer previously said he wouldn't ever want to rule out any game coming to another platform, and it was claimed that Xbox is considering bringing a newly remastered version of Halo Combat Evolved to PlayStation.
Oh, no.
Xbox has also reportedly weighed up the idea of releasing Gears of War, Microsoft's Flight Simulator, and Starfield for rival consoles. Dude.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm being dramatic right now. I can't wait for PlayStation players to go through what we all have gone through.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just a revamp. It's like, yo, I used to have an Xbox, and now we can play Halo with my friends.
Yeah.
Treatment.
Honestly, I do see this as a good sign.
Oh, I do too.
Because, for one, this makes the online communities for those games, especially those older titles, makes it more alive now. Because now you got people who's never owned an Xbox. They're now having the chance to play against people who had Xboxes for years or back in the past or has always just gamed on Xbox.
This opens up the question, is crossplay going to be a thing for this? Most likely, but it's like
I think so, yeah.
Like, because I mean, Xbox PC were always a thing.
Yeah.
Xbox PC, PlayStation, those servers are going to be cooking.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I know Call of Duty has prepared for this. I'm not sure if Halo is ready for this type of chaoticness.
I mean, now that more multiplayer games are doing crossplay, I think it's just a matter of whether or not if PlayStation is willing to be like yes or no, or if Xbox is willing to be like yes or no. But I think Xbox is, I would say, more so they're willing for crossplay. Like, they're okay with it. They're down with it. They want it to happen because they want to be in the good graces of the gamers. It's usually PlayStation that's just kind of like right there, like yeah or no.
Yeah, they're like 50-50 with the situations most of the time.
Yeah, because I think PlayStation is looking for a way to where it's like, does this benefit us or not, or does this hurt us or not? But ultimately, it benefits the gamers and of course the game community itself, because now it stays alive for a lot longer time, rather than if the game was exclusive on just this one platform, then it's only, depending on how big that community is, then it's only a matter of time until it slowly dies down. But with crossplay, it invites more people into the game, and you can play the game for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Literally.
And for as long as you want, as long as the servers are there, people are going to be able to, crossplay with you, especially on PC, because I think there are more people on PC than console, but I could be wrong. I think there is more people on console than there is on PC.
It's an agree to disagree situation when it comes to that, because it's debate, because people have laptops, Steam Decks, consoles. There's much versatility to what people can classify as a handheld system or a PC system.
Right.
I know calling a Steam Deck a PC is a little bit crazy, but it makes sense.
Well, it's a handheld device that can play games on the Steam platform. So if you want to call it a handheld PC, then you might as well just call our smartphones handheld PCs, which they kind of are.
Yeah, I mean, there's no you couldn't get that one. I'm sorry. If Androids are high tech, Apples are slowly getting that route. But
it's that Apple tech.
Unfortunately, it is. But it's great to see this.
Yeah. And to finish off the article, Spencer told The Verge in February, "I don't think we should, as an industry, ever rule out a game going to any other platform. To ensure long-term success for both Xbox and the industry as a whole, we must continue to evolve. While figures for the multi-platform Xbox games haven't been released, there are signs of success. Rare's Sea of Thieves was PlayStation 5's most downloaded game in May in both the US and Europe." So
it's a fun game.
Yeah, so it's promise. So if it benefits Xbox, if it benefits Microsoft to where we're going to have our game on the PlayStation platform where there are more users there than on the Xbox, it's like, why not? Why not take that that chance? If PlayStation's willing to play ball and be like, "Hey, we'll take your game on our platform," and if it does well, then both parties are happy.
We have to see it through.
Oh yeah, we definitely do. Alrighty.
Then the next one is
Our next topic. Let me go ahead and full screen this one.
Xbox.
It's more Xbox news.
Xbox
is building a handheld, but is likely years away, says boss.
I'm sorry, I'm shocked. I had to read it, but I had to process it, but I had to read it again. Wow,
I mean, it's been a long time coming.
Hopefully it's not like that PlayStation Portable.
Oh God. I hope it's not.
But I love how the picture of it is a parody of a Switch with the Xbox on it.
I mean, that is literally the way of most handheld games. You look at the Steam Deck, the Asus ROGs, it's like...
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's like the default way, because for most of us, when we do play our games, we prefer like our joysticks either up or down, or in our buttons, like, the D-pad buttons.
Yeah, it's either up or lower.
Yeah, upper or lower, and then of course the regular buttons where you have the A, B, X, Y, or whatnot, either upper or lower. So, and then of course your trigger buttons on the back.
Yeah, you have to have like that standard controller feel. It makes sense, and not like an N64.
Right.
But Xbox, Phil Spencer has confirmed that Microsoft is working on a handheld gaming prototypes, but claimed that any potential device is still years away. Microsoft's gaming CEO has repeatedly hinted that it could create its own Steam Deck-style device. And in a new interactive with Bloomberg, the exec said that the expectations is that we would do something in the category. Holy mackerel.
I mean, it's possible.
It's still a lot to process.
It's possible. It can be done.
It can.
But my thing is, as I'm surveying this, because since we do have Xbox games on PC, what is the benefit? What is the trade-off? I don't get me wrong, I am excited for this. This is something, new and innovative that Xbox is doing. But my thing is, if Xbox games are already on PC to where people can access them via Steam, and then of course you have people who have Steam Decks, what's the point of making a console especially if if your goal is to have your service on multiple platforms,
Why
then
strictly have it on Microsoft?
yeah, like why have like a dedicated Microsoft handheld when your goal is to have your service on so many devices so that way people can access your Xbox games anywhere that they are. If they're on a phone, if they're on a tablet, if they're on the TV, computer, whatever, Xbox is literally everywhere. And eventually it's going to be on PlayStation, it's going to be on Switch. So
They're gonna have to find an answer for that one.
yeah. But something like this, I would say if it were to come out like I would say maybe 5-6 years prior, cool. I'm down with
But
that.
now it's just
Right now it's just
because we're already seeing this merging. We're seeing this as an Xbox advertisement. Now they're like, this is gonna be our handheld.
yeah.
It's a very awkward in sync situation going.
Because it's like you also want to compete in the handheld market with Steam, with Asus, and there's also other companies that are also, creating like their own handheld gaming devices as well. So it makes you want to think like, what is Microsoft trying to aim for if their goal is to have their service on so many different gaming platforms? Why come out with a handheld? Do you want to still compete in the console gaming market? Are you competing against gaming platforms like the Switch, the Steam Deck, the Asus ROGs? Like,
There's a lot of competition with that, but
yeah,
I'm also looking at these articles. I love how they're like 30 minutes apart. So at least this is so many things happening within like a span of like a couple days, a couple weeks, all posted from yesterday.
yeah.
That is seriously impressive.
Yeah, it's recent news, and of course this article's coming from VGC, where the last two articles that we talked about, and this is posted by Andy Robinson. So
The guy that keeps it in order, at least.
yeah, so with that, as I said before, I'm okay with the handheld,
Oh, me too.
but it just begs the question of why now?
I asked if it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, because there's also the price and how strong it is. Because if it's not strong, if the user interface isn't very accessible, if it's not complicated, like it's very easy to navigate, and then of course the games, how are the games running on this new platform? Because this Xbox handheld is years away, says Phil Spencer. So it's not coming out next year
Yeah.
or the year after. So it's going to be a while. But still, by that time, you're going to have you're going to have a new Nintendo console.
Possibly a new PlayStation console.
Well, probably until next 4 years.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt PlayStation is going to want to come back into the handheld market.
No.
I highly doubt it.
If they did, that's bold.
Yeah.
They would have to outlast Xbox, Steam, Switch. It's going to be rough.
And all the other companies that are also wanting to get in on this pie, because I think that they see this as the next wave or the next hit to where people could just game on the go. And then with Wi-Fi and
With Wi-Fi, cell data, AI.
sale data, hotspots, things like that. So, you can just game online on the go wherever
literally.
or whatnot.
It might not be good, but it's doable.
Yeah. So I'm just like, what is the end goal for this? Because by that time this comes out, there's going to be better iterations of what's currently out right now. So now you're going to have to compete with the new tech that's going to come out by the time you end up coming out. That's just my thoughts.
I know. Like the rest of his article just seems to be like this is going to be in speculation. That Phil Spencer wants to make sure the products are going to be in sync with the profiles. I'm like, this makes a lot of sense. And they're looking for the longer term.
Right.
Because he quotes that, longer term, I love building devices. And I think our team could do some real innovative work. But we want to be informed by learning and what's happening now. That's real. Then, like a little bit lower in the article, it'll just go like in March, Windows Central claimed Microsoft was working on the fully native Xbox handheld prototypes. So they're already on the bat knowing this since March. And it's very impressive, at least to see more. It's more diversity, but we just don't know the risk and reward.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's worth the bang for the buck. We're not going to be sure how much the price is, because if we compare Steam Deck Switches and then the Rogue Ally, they're all within like a few $100s of a difference.
Yeah.
Steam Deck being the highest depending on the memory you have. Then you have Nintendo Switches. Then you have the OLED. Then possibly the Switch 2. Then possibly with Xbox, I'm not sure how much they're going for.
Yeah.
The price is always what sells to people.
Yeah.
Possibly $600, $700 is probably the most generic thing, but that's buying a new PS5.
Yeah.
So most likely want to go lower with 500, 400.
Yeah, and then of course it's also going to come down to the specs, like how strong it is without power or with power, things like that. How much memory is this console, this hybrid console is going to come out with? Is it going to have built-in storage, or do we have to buy storage? There's so many variables that's going to come down to this.
To that pricing, because it's also what you're going to need: CPU, GPU, memory, fan speeds, or fans, or
Yep.
internal cooling.
Mm-hmm.
And then also like what type
The
of
screen, the display screen.
Oh yeah, if it's OLED, LED. And then also the type of battery. Is it going to be a touch screen like the Switch? Like if you're going to have their own stylus, memory. Can it work on native controllers or non-native controllers? Because Steam could use almost anything.
Yeah.
Like I've seen people use fight sticks that are bigger than the Steam Deck.
Yeah. Same here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questioning for it.
But it's just right now we're just got to wait and see.
Yeah, it's just a lot. We have a lot more questions and not enough answers soon as time goes by.
Yeah.
But yeah, not bad. Xbox? We haven't talked like this deeply about Xbox in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Our next topic, and that is Neil Druckmann reveals new Naughty Dog. Let me start.
It is a tongue twister. I can read it.
Neil Druckmann reveals new Naughty Dog project has been in the works since 2020. Sony to decide when to announce game, but Druckmann given full creative control. Ooh. This article is coming from MP First by Sam Shabazz, and it goes as follows. It's been 4 years since the release of The Last of Us Part 2, and PlayStation owners are eager to know what's next from Naughty Dog Studios. While the studio has released remakes and remasters because they are trying to milk the living hell out of The Last of Us.
It's going to be The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's a bad joke, but y'all got the message.
Yeah. They're going to milk the hell out of this game because that's what they've been doing. That's why they did a remaster of Part 1
and Part 2.
And Part 2.
Why did it need a Part 2 when it hasn't even been barely mastered?
Exactly. I thought the Part 2 was already the definitive version on the PS4, especially with the PS4 Pro. Like, you could take full advantage of it, but no, we need it on the PS5. We need to remaster it. Why? I don't know. The game wasn't even out for over 10 years, but by all means, let's remaster the game. Yes, let's remaster the game. But anyway.
Just thinking about it.
Neil Druckmann recently provided an update during an online panel with BioShock creator Ken Levine, revealing that Naughty Dog's next big project has been in development since 2020. This likely means the studio began work on a new title right after the launch of The Last of Us Part 2, which demanded a monumental creative and production effort. Neil Druckmann has complete creative freedom for Naughty Dog's new project, but Sony in control on when it will be revealed. Druckmann also shared that Sony has given him full creative control over the project, allowing him to steer the game's direction without interference.
Good.
However, Sony will have the final say on the marketing, meaning they will decide when and how to announce the game to the public. With no pressure to rush the project, fans can expect something truly unique from the director of The Last of Us. He also did Uncharted as well, but there's also another person that was also a part of Uncharted, but they don't want to say her name because they don't want to give her credit, but she knows who she is. I forget her name, Amy Henning, because she was also a part of Naughty Dog until they booted her. Yeah, she was also the one that I think she had a part in The Last of Us Part 1, and then of course the Uncharted series as well, which I love. But I did not like the last one that they did, where you had that Chloe chick and the black chick that that does all the martial arts and shit and whatnot. Like, I forgot her name, but she was forgettable. Hence why I don't remember her name. With no pressure to rush the project, fans can expect something in The Last of Us. Given the length of time in development, it seems that this new title could be one of the studio's most ambitious project yet. Druck. So, with that being said,
I hope it's something actually worth playing.
yeah,
I don't want to play Last of Us.
yeah,
I
because
want a reason to.
like
I didn't even watch the show.
many of us fans who grew up with Naughty Dog, we all come back to Jack and Daxter. All of us,
Yep.
we want another Jack and Daxter.
I was listening to a whole like compilation, an explanation about Jack and Dexter, like the lore, the explanation and breakdowns. Mm-hmm. It's depressing that you don't just get to see it.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry, it's just salt on the bottom left. They remastered Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't get why that needed a remaster as well.
yeah, it made no sense. Like, I'm sorry, but Horizon Zero Dawn did not need a remaster. I'm like, no.
It's like PlayStation's the Oprah Winfrey of like remasters. You get a remastered. You get a remastered. They get a remastered. Everybody gets a remastered.
Yeah,
That's
and
what it literally looks like, and that's just a pain.
especially if it's on a PS4 and it's like it hasn't been that long.
it's like
Like, why remaster a game? Like, I understand there's not enough new IPs, and new IPs take a very long time to develop.
do.
But if you're gonna remaster something to squeeze in the
something
time
good.
to supplement, at least as I said, revisit the PS3 era, because you had so many IPs.
PS2, PS1.
Exactly.
You have so many IPs from early 90s.
And the 2000s.
There's not that many that were controversial anyways. It's just normal stuff.
Yeah.
Even Gex.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know.
It's tiring. I'm tired of seeing the same shit
I know.
and the same like archetype of games.
I know. And then when PlayStation announces, like, hey, check out these new games, especially on the PS5 Pro, and it's just like, it's nothing but remasters. Like,
It's nothing but remasters or the same like generic archetype where it's zombie hunting, where it's samurai, where it's knights, where it's like you just see the same tropes every fucking time. Oh my god.
it's, yeah. But, hey, a new Naughty Dog game is currently in the works. We don't know what's going to be.
Gavin, that's real.
And,
Getting a poll, like an actual public.
yes, like, yo.
I
Shout out to Gavin in the
That's real as
YouTube
fuck.
chat. Like, yes, put out a poll so that way people, like, if you're going to remaster a game, put out a poll so that way, and let people vote so that way it's like, hey, we want this.
It's
Give
like-
us this.
And they have already, if they haven't already made, it's like, hey, this game might be released in a few months. Thank you for your vote. Like, listen to the fucking gamers for Christ's sakes.
Like, I really want to know, how long of a development time has to go to for a remastered game. Like, and I'm not, and when I talk about remastered game, like to remaster a game, like I want to know how long of a development time to remaster a game that's already been out. And I only want to know that for games that are like PS3 era or older. Not the PS4 era, because the PS5 is currently backwards compatible with PS4 games. So you don't have to remaster PS4 games
Again.
to PS5. Like, stop. That is a cash grab. I don't give a damn what anyone says. It is a cash grab. Oh, but you have the PS5 Pro. It's a cash grab.
It's a cash grab.
If it's PS3 and PS2, remaster it,
No, if you're trying
bring it
get
to the new
collector's
gen.
edition, that's fair game.
Say again?
If you're trying to get the collector's edition just because you want to resell it or something, not like scalp it, but you've collected long enough and you're like, hey, this is something I value. Hopefully I can make it up. Or if you never had a PS5 somehow in some way, that's fair game.
Yeah.
But if you just want to play games on PS5, just get one.
Yeah.
Get a regular PS5
Yeah.
disc.
Save your money.
Literally, just save your money, save your disc.
Just watch nothing but YouTube videos of people just reviewing the PS5 Pro, showing you the side by side. Then it's just like, okay, so it's just a $700 upscaler. That's what it
It's
is.
like PS5, the cooler PS5. It's like that Daniel meme.
Which Daniel meme?
The guy's like, there's a guy named Daniel. Then there's another picture of him saying the cooler Daniel with just shades.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you
It's
mean.
legitimately like that.
Yeah. So, but speaking of Horizon, in our next topic from
Oh,
MP
no.
first.
Not this again.
I know. Horizon multiplayer game Horizon Online could arrive in 2025 per job listing. This is coming from Sam from MP First. Sony seems to be positioning Horizon as a major multi-platform franchise, with one of the key projects in development being a multiplayer title called Horizon Online.
Oh no.
Although there's no official confirmation has been made about the game, clues surrounding its development are becoming clearer, and hints at a potential release date for 2025 are emerging. While the details on the Horizon Online remain scarce, it is known that Guerrilla Games, the studio behind the Horizon series, and Killzone, let's not forget about that, is working on a multiplayer project set in the Horizon universe. A news piece we broke alongside the existence of the Horizon Zero Dawn remaster, which is a cash grab. This aligns with Sony's broader strategy of expanding into live service multiplayer game space, something the company has heavily invested in recently. But for God's sake, why could they not do this with some of their older titles if they want to get into the live service space? Because you have some multiplayer games, especially first-person shooters and third-person shooters from the PS3 and PS2 era that you could have remastered with the multiplayer, make it a live service, make money, sell, everyone wins. But for some fucking reason, Sony's just like, well, we don't like money. We're not going to give the gamers what we want, but we're going to keep giving you the same shit every single fucking time.
Yeah,
but we're just going to call it a remastered. That's exactly what we're going to do with it.
It's just bedazzling shit at this point.
I know.
I sound like AJ. Holy crap. But it's just
I'm tired.
You just want to watch new games come out, be more unique with the same styles. It's heartbreaking, but watching Horizon Online, I wonder how toxic the community is going to be. I haven't got a chance to play the game.
Honestly, Horizon Zero Dawn, the first one, is good. I will say that.
But the second/third.
The second one is just it's not bad. The second one's not bad.
I mean, there's no third. It's just an expansion of the second one. Is it?
Yeah, it's a continuation of the second one.
Oh, okay.
But like if you were to play it side by side, you'd be like, am I still playing the same game?
It looks like the same game.
Yeah.
I like how I'm just.
But it's not. As I said, it's not a bad game. It's actually really good.
Okay.
I do enjoy I did enjoy playing the game from start to finish, but is it worth a second playthrough for me? No. The second one, no. The first one, I actually did enjoy it, and I even played the DLC of the game at the time when it did come out, which I had fun with. But is it worth the first one? As I said, the first one was really good. The second one, not bad. It was good, but it ain't worth another playthrough. I'm good. But I just hate this lazy way of them just putting out a game that they just had on the PS4 and just be like, it's a remaster, and it's like, no, the fuck it's not.
And then now this situation, it's
and now they're
online.
Now they want to bring in an online multiplayer, which bro.
So the closest thing to live service we had was Helldivers, technically, and that's what they mentioned in the article.
Before I get to that. Horizon Zero Dawn, the first one, the one I was on PS4, really good. We asked for a multiplayer, and hopefully it could be in the second one. Second one releases, no multiplayer, and now all of a sudden y'all want to do multiplayer?
After like the second expansion of the second one?
After the second one has already, been gone? Y'all could have just had the second one out on the day that the game fully came out. Why? You could have had multiplayer day one when y'all announced the second one. Y'all could have delayed Horizon on Forbidden West. But hey, Sony needs money. I get it. I don't know what Sony's doing.
Nope.
That's just me.
Sony doesn't even know what Sony's doing.
Bro. To finish up this article, a recent job posting by Guerrilla Games revealed that the studio is looking for a release Q&A intern who will play a crucial role in the pre-launch testing phase of an online project. This listing notes that the intern will help ensure the game is ready for launch in the first half of 2025, which signals that the final testing of Horizon Online could begin soon. Or literally, Gavin. Like, who's asking for Horizon
Nobody asked for this.
for like right now? Like, no one's not asking for this now.
I'm trying to think of anybody I know.
We asked for Horizon multiplayer since the very first one that came out on the PS4, and then Forbidden West comes out, cool, but no multiplayer. And now all of a sudden, years later, all right, we're gonna do a multiplayer. Why? Why couldn't you tack it on with the second one? As I said earlier, you could have did that. If multiplayer live service is the path that Sony wants to go. But they didn't do that. Hell, they didn't even want to do that with The Last of Us when people wanted factions, and they didn't give that to the fans. Again, Sony, you are dropping the ball.
They really are. There's no hope.
Like, I get it that they want to focus on more single-player games, and don't get me wrong, they have been good. They have been good. Some of them, not all of them. But now all of a sudden you want to focus on the multiplayer aspect. Like Sony, as I said, PS4 era, it was good. You had some multiplayer IPs. You had some games that were, screaming for multiplayer. One of them being the Order 1886, which is a third-person shooter, almost similar to a Gears of War type of style. It was very unique. It was very new. Granted, I think the game, it did sell a decent amount, but the game was screaming for multiplayer, screaming for it. And then what happened? Years later, y'all ended up shutting down the studios just recently this year. So we're not going to get a sequel to the Order 1886 with a multiplayer, which could have done very well in this era of gaming. But I don't know. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on with Sony. Now they want to focus on multiplayer games when it's just like you had IPs that could have given you that. Just what the hell?
It's way too complex at this point. No one can process what the hell's going on.
No.
It's like, hey, we don't want money, but we want to just shove some bullshit down your throat and hope you play it. And
Right.
And then make TikTok clips so we can make more profit.
Exactly.
The loop never ends.
And Gavin brings up another good point. I mean, I wanted a Monster Hunter style multiplayer for Horizon, and that never happened. Bro, that would have been dope.
That would have been cool to watch.
That would have been so dope.
You just jump monsters with your friends.
Yes.
The mechanical monstrosities.
Yes,
That would be
bro.
nutty.
And I could see that too.
Oh my gosh, I would have played if that was the case. I definitely would have.
Man. Again, missed opportunities by PlayStation. Missed opportunities.
They really dropped the ball.
I'm just like, oh my god, I'm disappointed. All right, and our last and final topic, which is some good news, and that is that Stellar Blade PC release aiming for a 2025 release.
Because the game came barely out a year ago, right?
No, it came out this year in April.
Barely a year.
But that's usually how
I'm
it.
teasing him.
But no, that's usually how the process goes. Where if a game does really, really well on consoles, then there's gonna be like a PC version of it, and the PC version is gonna be 10 times better than the console version because you already know with a game like Stellar Blade, you already know.
Oh yeah.
If once it goes on PC, you already know what's gonna happen.
Do we really want to tell the people what might happen?
You already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you already know what's gonna happen. I don't even want to say anything.
Demon hours are going to be in full effect.
Like Nexus is gonna have like whatever you get your mods, Game Banana, Nexus, and such.
Oh my god, I cannot wait to see the mods of Stellar Blade.
You know, it's like Resident Evil was chaotic.
Oh, yes.
Yes, mods. So mods in Resident Evil, Street Fighter are really chaotic, but Stellar Blade, with how they presented the game, they're not gonna care. They know what they're gonna sign themselves up for.
And they already released. I think it's coming out next month, not next week, or I think it's already out. Photo mode.
Oh Lord.
It's gonna be some nice quality, and I mean quality content is gonna be posted on social media in the next coming
Well,
days.
Stellar Blade's like story is really great,
Mm-hmm.
and the modeling was what pissed off everybody. Do you remember that like whole early phase?
Yeah, I remember of journalists being mad because of the character model is unrealistic, and
The
then
guy's wife.
yeah, and it's just
That's
like
the most base thing you could have. Your significant other
I'm like,
as a model.
she's right here. You look at her, you look at Eve, and you're just like, yeah, I can see the difference. And it also goes to show that, man, y'all don't see a lot of women, do you? Like, there are women that are shaped like that in real life, naturally. You'd be surprised if you were to, I don't know, go outside, touch grass, touch pavement, see people, you know? Fuck, go to a convention. You'll see them all over. You'll see many different women of many different body types. I remember that. But
Oh no, it's a Korean model. It was based off a Korean model.
Okay.
I'm looking at the IMBD just to make sure.
Yeah, we close enough.
Yeah, pretty much. But I love that. That model caused so much chaos in a span of less than like a day or 2 days. Like people just immediately got the demo.
Yeah.
I love it. The memes were killing me because you just see people.
But when that fiasco happened, it's just like gamers already knew because they've went through this with 2B from Nier Automata, and they also went through the same thing with Bayonetta.
Yeah.
So just like
The funniest thing is the TikTok I saw the most of back then was the ladder climb. Like you just saw jiggle physics. I'm like, damn, this game is gonna make a lot.
oh yeah, and it did.
Yes, it did.
It sold a lot. I bought it day one.
Game is game.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all can't get mad. They knew what they were doing, and they did it at their best.
Yep, definitely.
But yeah, having a PC, that's going to be a lot of chaos. That's going to be more content. That possibly means I'm hoping the developers actually like make more expansions, DLC / like and possibly another game inspired by this.
Yeah. Currently, right now, on the 20th, there is going to be a collaboration event with Stellar Blade and Nier Automata. So.
Oh no.
Yeah. Because the creator of Nier Automata, Yoko Taro, is a big fan of Stellar Blade.
Oh, Yoko was a goat.
Oh yeah.
That man's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Wait, has he shown his face before? I don't think
No.
he has.
No one's never seen his real face.
Yeah, he's extremely based.
So I'm just like, hey, Nier, Stellar Blade, and I know AJ is gonna love the hell out of this as well because
he's played Nier, but he knows 2B.
what's up?
I don't know if he's played Nier.
He has.
Wow, I judged him. I need to play games now. I need a game list of stuff to play.
Oh, we can give you a backlog of a bunch of
I had
games.
to keep my promise of Persona 5. I just don't know if I should get PC or console. Probably PC. Lord help me. I need a Steam Deck. But yeah, Stellar Blade. I'm excited to see how degenerative everybody's gonna get.
Especially when it comes on PC. Yeah, it's gonna come. It's coming out next year. We don't know exactly when.
Cosplayers are gonna be real as hell.
Say again.
The Eve cosplayers are gonna be.
Oh, it's already happening.
I know, but it's gonna be worse.
Nah, the mods is what's gonna be the real big effect, and I can't wait for it because it's gonna be good. It's gonna make for good content online.
Oh my!
You know the type.
Oh, yeah. It just
That's
has
that-
the letter R and has 2 numbers in it. Fuck it.
That's why I said, hey, Demon Hours are gonna be in full effect when that game drops on PC, and I also have the same feel. No, wait. Black Myth Wukong is already on PC. Yeah, it's already on PC. I was about to say, is it on PC? No, yeah, it is.
100%. It has to be.
No, yeah, Black Myth Wukong is on PC because I have been seeing some crazy stuff in that game. So, other than that, I mean, that's it for gaming topics today. Like,
Nothing.
as y'all already know, every Thursdays, if we can, we cover the latest topics, gaming topics that's going around. Makes for good discussion and whatnot. And yeah, we'll be doing more of this. And Sunday, I don't know if we have a guest, but if you follow us on social media, we'll let you guys know if we're going to do an episode on Sunday. And with that being said, hey, we'd like to thank y'all for watching and tuning in. Let me go ahead and play that outro
I like
music.
how you're set up.
Uh,
Which one is the outro music?
Hold on. I'm going to see if it's this one. No, it's not that one.
I thought it was gonna be the Pornhub one again.
Oh, no.
I mean,
I removed that.
Damn. That was a based one.
Hold on.
I still can't forget someone accidentally pressed the wrong soundboard.
All right, there we go. That is the outro.
I can't hear shit. I'm just vibing. Silent disco without the disco, baby. That's how we roll here. I'm just nuts.
It's all good. Other than that, Waluigi, you have anything you want to say before you head on out?
First off, fuck Sony for actually just keep bringing out remasters. Second, Xbox, I'm actually looking forward to seeing how you're gonna pull a Sega on us. Hopefully no crazy films. The third, Stellar Blade, I'm looking forward to seeing how it's gonna go. And then Neil Druckmann, keep cooking in the shadows. Don't have anyone leak your shit. Please, we want to have an actual good banger that isn't The Last of Us.
Seriously.
And another Uncharted would be okay. But if it's another Last of Us, please have good plot development and actually get actual people to review this. And no crazy leakers. That is all I got to say.
You already know with me. Sony, Sony, hear me out. If you want live service multiplayer games, you have a plethora of IPs that you are neglecting in the PS3 and the PS2 era that you could use. I'm still mad at y'all for canceling the studios that did the Order 1886, because we could have had a sequel to that game with multiplayer and that would have sold, especially in this era. But yeah, I ain't want to listen. Y'all wanted to focus on single player games because during the time of the PS4 era, that was the thing that was making a lot of money, which I'm not going to fault y'all. But getting rid of studios that could have given you those live service multiplayer games, especially IPs that are very well in tune with communities like the Killzone community, the Resistance community, the SOCOM community, things like that, MAG community. You could bring these games out, remaster those games, bring it to this era, bring back the servers, and then you would have made bank. Just saying. Instead of just giving us more Last of Us. And now you want to do a multiplayer for Horizon when we've been asking for this since the very first one. Just shows that y'all not listening to gamers. But that's just my 2 cents. Anyway, with that being said, thank y'all for watching and tuning in. Greatly appreciate every one of y'all. And this has been episode 108 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. We are signing out.
Peace.